Welcome to the Get Inspired with Gerd show, brought to you by Gerd's Handel. Join us each week to be inspired, informed and uplifted with some of the most inspirational and motivational guests from around the world. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay inspired.
Hello and welcome to Get Inspired with Gerd. I'm your host, and today I have an interesting guest with me who is inspiring lots of people to live a happier, healthier and nutritional lifestyle. Rohin Bansal himself personally transformed his own life around when he was at university and is now helping people to become super fit. And he's now the founder of a company called Blender Bros, which is a health and wellness blog, which is helping thousands of people around the world to learn how to not only create their own smoothies, but also to inspire one another to just be more energized and have more vitality within their own lives. Rohin, welcome to my radio show and thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be on your show.
Oh, bless you, Rohin. No, it's really interesting following you on Instagram, just seeing your healthy lifestyle and how you're empowering people to lead a happier and healthier life.
Basically, yeah, I started Blender Bros a year ago and it's just skyrocketed. A lot of people follow my blog for smoothie recipes, inspiration, just people trying to get back into shape and not, spend countless hours in the gym. That was kind of the focus for it. And it's even though I use the word bros, it's open to men and women. We don't discriminate. A lot of females love the blog. They follow. They share their recipes. If you search for hashtag Blender Bros, there's a lot of smoothie recipes out there of other people posting their fantastic recipes. We feature their recipes as well too.
Okay, and so what was it? So why is it that you set up Blender Bros? What was the reason behind it?
So I've always had like an entrepreneurial mindset. I've always wanted to own like my own blog, and I was very, very much into working out and stuff. But I realized especially in the guys space, there was a lack of knowledge. For example, a lot of whey proteins on the marketplace. They're marketed not for nutrition, but more just flashy. In the stores, not really providing real true health benefits. So I was kind of fed up with this. And at the time, I had a really good friend who was a registered dietitian who had her own food blog called Edo Vivo. And she kind of really inspired me to start my own. So I started Blender Bros, just posting a couple of my smoothie recipes. I was a little timid, a little shy, posting my workout photos. I started off at 120 pounds, really small, scrawny, stick figure type of guy. And now I'm like 158, a lot more, have a lot more muscle on me. I started following more fitness regimens. I follow Kino Body very actively, which is a phenomenal fitness program for anyone who's looking to get in shape and build visual impact muscle. And, I realized like, a lot of physical health is tied to mental health as well too. The more I work out, the better I would do in school, or the better I would do in my day job as well too. So all of this tied together, and I just started being super creative with smoothie recipes, adding fruits and vegetables that other people would not add into their smoothies, and people liked it, and the response was phenomenal. And now we have almost 20,000 people actively following the blog.
Wow, that's unbelievable. Wow, gosh. So what was your diet like before?
So I went to undergrad, and to be honest, I didn't work out once in undergrad. I didn't go to the gym once. I went on exchange to Singapore my last year of university. I didn't know how to cook. I could barely make like basic eggs or anything in the kitchen. I would constantly just eat out all the time. And I realized, I wasn't healthy. I thought I was healthy, but I wasn't healthy. I didn't have any real health problems, but I didn't look good. Like I was skinny, aesthetically, I looked like I was like a 14-year-old kid, and I wanted to transform my body and really understand nutrition well. So I took like a course with the University of San Francisco on nutrition and on medicine, because I primarily have a law and business background. So I want to really educate myself with like evidence-based information and just kind of teach myself. And my mom, luckily, she's a food and nutrition teacher in a high school in Toronto. So I started learning cooking off her and just, preparing basic meals, and it just skyrocketed from there. And now my whole concept is not to bog people down with a ton of information, but just give you simple recipes that you can do in like under 10 minutes.
And can you name us one of your simple recipes?
So today, for example, I just had a green smoothie. So I cut up apple. For apple, you have to remove the seeds because the seeds can contain traces of cyanide in them. So it's really important to wash your fruits and vegetables really well. I like to peel them as well too, because they've been sitting in the store for a very long time. I peeled a cucumber in my smoothie. I've added some turmeric, which is really good for reducing inflammation as well too. That helps a lot. I freeze my strawberries because I noticed that they last a lot longer, and I always like to throw in a green, either kale or spinach. But with your greens, you got to make sure you wash them really well to remove any bacteria or pesticides that may be left on the greens. So I blended that up, and I have a little mini blender right now. I also own a Vitamix and a Blendtec, and it doesn't matter where you are around the world. Right now, I'm residing in Belfast in Ireland. I'm in a doctorate program, and I'm studying full time, and I still manage my Blended Bros blog by making healthy smoothies almost every day.
Wow.
And that's a quick, easy recipe, and it took me maybe like 2 minutes to do. And it was really good. For bases, I recommend almond milk. Coconut water works really well. And my personal favorite as well is Greek yogurt because it's high in protein, low in sugar. I get the plain Greek yogurt, and it's really good for people, who struggle with lactose intolerances, because you can also get one which is lactose free as well too, and it's really easy on the stomach.
Wow. It's interesting you're saying about a lot of these supplements that you get from the shops. What is it that's inside them that's actually damaging people?
So basically, like whey protein, for example, a lot of the supplements, there's a lot of fillers and additives into the whey protein. So I would not recommend getting stuff from Walmart or like the cheap, like 6-star nutrition is like the worst quality stuff. If you're looking for a healthy, high quality supplement, I personally don't take any supplements. The only thing I would recommend is like a clean plant-based protein supplement, because that's really easy on your GI tract. And the problem with those marketing company style whey supplements is like down the road, a lot of kidney issues can come if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't drink enough water. You should drink a ton of water every day just to, flush through anything that you're putting through your body. So some good recommendations are like Manitoba Harvest makes a phenomenal plant-based protein. It's called Hemp Pro 70. That's a great product. I'm not endorsed by them in any way, but that's just one thing I found naturally tastes good and mixes really well in smoothies.
Okay. It's interesting you're saying about whey, because somebody told me, I don't know if this is true, but whey mimics estrogen and it reduces testosterone. What's your viewpoint?
They find that with basically like for guys, like that's the worst thing possible, like pumping estrogen into your body, because like that's not what you want. You want high testosterone in the gym, working out hard, building that athletic, chiseled physique. You want to do it properly, and it's totally possible without those artificially created supplements. Just a good workout regimen and clean nutrition. That's all that matters.
Okay, and from your personal perspective, obviously, you were saying before that you didn't eat healthily. What is it that you think, probably not saying it the right way, but why do you think people are getting sick in this day and age?
I think what's going on now is, I think sugar is a killer. Sugar in soda, in diet soda, also high cholesterol in red meat. People not getting enough fruits and vegetables in their diet. I think that's number one. And yeah, just finding ways to add more nutrition in the morning, I think is very key too. Kind of Blended Bros focuses on that. Instead of having like a plain piece of toast and a coffee, having like a rich, nutrition filled packed smoothie that gives you energy throughout the day is a way better option for you. Because I love coffee. I use coffee for intermittent fasting. So, before I work out, making sure my body is burning any like excess fat, that works great. But I would never use coffee as a way to, be more alert, stay awake. I would use a smoothie or an apple or raw fruits and vegetables. It's way more effective. Or even drinking more water. A lot of us are not drinking enough water. Water is key to hydrate, our organs and to make us look and feel good. It's really, really important.
Yeah, it's true. It's what I've learned is that I think it's 70% of our body is water.
Correct. Correct. Yeah. You need to drink water. That's key. And a lot of people don't. And I'm in university right now. Like I'm a full-time Juris Doctor student and I drink a plentiful of water. I always carry a big jug of water with me. I try to snack on healthy options. So nuts, almonds, pine nuts. Those are usually my go-to snacks. The closer you can get to the rawest source of food, the better you'll be. So the more food has been processed and built into something, you don't want that. You want to get closer and closer to the food chain, the rawest you can get, and that's the healthier you can be. And I also recommend going to farmers markets. You can get like great deals on like local produce, and it's fresh. So I think that's key.
What's your viewpoint on organic food?
I'm a strong supporter of organic food. I believe that pesticides and like not washing fruits and vegetables well can create problems in the long run. But everyone's immune system is different. So some people might have a strong immune system and they might be able to tolerate it. But just washing your fruits and vegetables really well makes a huge difference. I try to mix it up. There's some fruits and vegetables I get organic, some I don't get organic. But I just mix it up and try to, go to the farmer's market and pick out stuff from there because everything's organic and it just tastes fresher, it tastes better, in my opinion.
No, I feel exactly the same. I don't know about you, Rohin, but when you go to a supermarket, you can't smell a banana or a tomato like when you were a child.
Mm-hmm.
It's because a lot of the fruits and vegetables we're having now, they're synthetic based from the supermarkets.
Agreed. They're very like when you go see strawberries, for example, like organic strawberries are a lot smaller and they're a lot more like juicier. So when I freeze my organic strawberries and when I blend them, they taste way better than just store-bought regular strawberries. So that's one fruit I noticed a huge difference. But overall, you should be good with either or as long as you're washing stuff really well.
That's true. I guess some people, organic's not for everyone. You're right.
Yeah, it's if you're trying to get into a healthy lifestyle, my recommendation is like go to the grocery store, buy foods that that you're comfortable eating. There's no point of having it sit in your fridge and you just looking at it and not eating it. You have to take a commitment to your health. You got to be hard on yourself. I don't believe in having cheat days or off days. Like the real people who want to get into a better lifestyle have to live, eat, and breathe this new lifestyle. And for me, like I'm in my 20s and my goals are, to develop good looking muscle, to be a role model to other people, helping people, with my transformation of my physique as I study, as I grow my blog. So I want to just be a role model and have people, message me, especially on Instagram. I've had many people direct message me on Instagram telling me, hey, I used to be 300 pounds.
Wow.
I've had mental health issues, but just seeing your photos and seeing you progress has inspired me to transform my own life. So those types of things I love listening to, I love hearing about. And it's okay to fall off, but you got to have that willpower to come back on.
Wow. So like even, obviously you change your life around, like even your mind health, how much has that changed since from the beginning to where you are now?
So a lot of people don't know about like my other life before Blender Bros,
Hmm.
but basically I studied commerce and I did my master's of business at a really good Canadian university, and now I'm in a doctorate of law program, which requires intensive amount of reading.
Mm.
And I noticed that the more I stay healthy, the more I can do these types of things, like go out to networking events, to get more readings done, to walk to the gym. I feel more energy, more enthusiasm in my life. So if I wasn't eating healthy, if I wasn't working out, I would feel bogged down, sluggish. I wouldn't feel good. So there's definitely a big correlation between physical and mental health.
Yeah, guys, I definitely agree that your diet is so powerful for your mindset, because even for myself, I used to work in a pharmacy, and what I found that was that I was as well very not eating healthily, and my mood swings would be up and down like a yo-yo. When I did my first degree in journalism, I did my master's, I was always drinking coffee or tea, and by the end of the day I just felt like an emotionally wrecked person.
Mm. Exactly. See, you needed to like coffee and tea is great, like once in a while, but especially in the UK, we have an over reliance
Oh
on
god,
coffee and
yes.
tea. So our
Mm,
body's already tired. We're not providing enough nutrition into the body, and we use
mm,
coffee as a way to mask that tiredness.
mm,
And when you just come home, you just crash. Like your body can't function.
mm,
So we need to change that around. And healthy smoothies is my like number one tip because it's
mm.
so quick, so easy. There's a ton of recipes on Blender Bros on Instagram, on the website as well too. Like it's a way better, healthier lifestyle.
No, I definitely agree, because when I change my own health around, like yourself, I have smoothies every single morning. I have to have fresh fruit and vegetables every single day, and it's okay to have a cup of tea once in a while. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I think a lot of people think once
it
you
is.
become
I have cups. I have my favorite cup of tea. I have my favorite coffee. But when I was in the UK, I've noticed some people drinking like 12 teas a day or like excessive amount of tea, and so that's fine. I love a great green tea. Zen tea is one of my favorite. I
Mm,
love matcha tea.
mm.
There's a whole. I love just a traditional orange pico tea, and I love Starbucks coffee. Big Starbucks guy, but I try to like mix it up and balance it. Um,
Mm. I think balance is key. I think that's what's missing. Like, you see a lot of blogs out there where it's all like you said, be healthy, and then it's like, oh, have a cheat day, but it doesn't really work.
no, it doesn't work. Diet, right? What are the first three letters? Die, like because people can't follow it. It's
Mm.
not people need lifestyle change. That's the
Mm.
way people need to move into that direction, and working out is a must, like especially in your 20s. And if you're a guy, like you got to be working out, like you got to be hitting the gym. And my recommendation is follow program. Like don't just go to the gym and like try to pretend that you know what you're doing. Follow a program will help you develop that discipline and that mindset. I'm on Kino Body. I'm not endorsed or sponsored by them in any way, but they're a phenomenal program to help guys and girls get in shape, look good, and feel good.
Wow. And so we are coming towards the end of the show. What are your 5 top tips for someone who's trying to transform their life around, but they don't know where to start?
I would say the best way, tip number one would be the more you introduce good food into your life, then naturally you'll crave bad food less. So stop focusing on cutting away all the bad, nutrition habits right away. Just focus on incorporating good nutrition into your diet. So start small, like, have more fruits and vegetables every day, drink more water every day. Tip number two I would recommend is if you're exercising, try to find a way to discipline yourself. So have like a workout buddy who can motivate you, who can like call you in the morning, or you can be accountable to. Because just like school, I'm accountable to my professor. But in working out, you don't really have someone that you're accountable to. So having that accountability to somebody is huge. Tip number 3 is document what you're doing. Take before and after photos. When you start visually feeling and seeing progress, you're going to get addicted to it, and it's just going to come naturally. You're going to want to wake up in the morning, go for a run, go for a hike. So document your journey. Like I was a scrawny little brown guy with like no strength whatsoever. A girl came up to me and was like, my biceps are bigger than your biceps. And that was like a huge turning point for me in high school, where I was like, man, I gotta start working out, lifting, working on my physique, and really being that guy where like other people looked up to. So document your journey. You'll find a lot of inspiration to that. Tip number 4 would be start incorporating healthy smoothies. It's a great way. Check out blenderbros.com for a ton of smoothie recipes. We have a private Facebook nutrition group that's free to join. If you want to like get recipes off people, if you want to post your recipes, do that. And tip number 5 would be just kind of take action. A lot of us just sit on our behinds and we don't take enough action in our life. We wait for the next moment, the next opportunity, and then we sit on it. I've traveled extensively around the world, all through just taking action. I built my blog. It's grown tremendously. If I did not take action in my life, I would not be where I am today. So my last and most important piece of advice would be just take action and go with it. You might not be right, but it's better to fail and learn than never try.
Wow. Now, I absolutely love those 5 top tips. I definitely agree with the last one. The thing is, you've got to fail in life to succeed. That's just the way it is.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of people are scared to fail because, as you probably know, like the system when we're children, we're told we have to succeed. So if we fail, we don't kind of get anyone telling us to say that, look, everything's going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like...
Agreed, 100%.
It's kind of almost that thing where... Gone.
You have to fail. You have to fail.
Because the way I see it is you're made to feel bad for failing. However, the most successful people out there have failed thousands of times and they've just got back up, and that's when they've succeeded.
Agreed, 100%. Like the people who've created the biggest influence have failed flat out on their face, but came out of that and realized from this failure, how much more harder they have to succeed. I follow a lot of inspirational figures that, I just want other people to start like Googling and researching. And when you look at their backgrounds, they've gone up and down, up and down. I'm a big UFC like champion enthusiast, and a lot of these like fighters, for example, have failed. They've gotten beaten up. They've lost matches, but they've come back way stronger through that mindset of, like, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to give it my all. This is not the end of me.
Who's your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration would be Georges St-Pierre, hands down, from Montreal. He was a world champion UFC fighter, a welterweight. He's defended his title countless times. He's retired now. But if you look at his background, he's failed many times. He used to travel 1 hour away from his hometown just to train.
Wow.
He battled a skin condition, having psoriasis, and still being able to fight in the octagon. He's had phenomenal nutrition, phenomenal discipline, and I really like some of the things he says, where he talks about, the training camp should be harder than the real fight. So the more you practice, the real deal gets a lot easier. And he's just a very smart, intelligent man with very high IQ. So I really look up to him. He's a very smart, intelligent, clean athlete, and he knows what he's doing. And he's retired on the top of his career. So huge props to him. He knew when to get out of the sport because he's kind of in his 30s now. He realizes, his body isn't the same as it was in his 20s. Like, you got to have that mindset where you retire on the top. So he's done a great job, and he's a great guy, like all around, humble, very smart, down to earth.
Wow. Definitely have to check him out. He sounds very inspiring.
Yeah, he's world champ, and he's the best of all time, pound for pound, one of the greatest fighters of all time.
Wow. So, where can my listeners find you if they want any more kind of tips and advice?
So check us out on Instagram, Blender Bros, and you can also find us on Facebook, Blender Bros, and we have a website. And in November, we're starting actually a new challenge. So I've lived in Ireland for the past 10 days, and the new challenge is a no drinking challenge for 30 days. And I'm going to send you a ton of green smoothie recipes because my true belief is, with alcohol, everything in moderation is fine, but, helping people reduce their alcohol intake or quitting 100% is my focus for November. So there's going to be a 30-day challenge. Registration's already been open. So if you're interested in something like that, like feel free to reach out to me and direct message us on Instagram or send us a quick email.
And what are the plans for Blender Bros for the future?
So my future plan is to build a physical location in Toronto where someone can work out, get great smoothies, and be inspired to live a healthier lifestyle. So a blender bar would be ideal.
Wow.
Something like that. And also my goal is to get 100,000 people actively following it and do more challenges. And we also do business coaching for other fitness and health bloggers, who want to like blow up their blog through using our techniques. And it's a great way to encourage other smaller blogs, other bigger blogs, just to blow up really quickly on the internet. Because on the internet now, you can reach millions of people, by spending a lot less money now. So that's my goal. And just continue growing my brand and seeing where it takes me.
Oh, I can't wait. I definitely can't wait for the Blender Bar. I'll definitely be coming to Toronto.
Yes, it's on the house for you.
Oh, bless you. And my last question, my dear, is what are you most grateful for in your life so far?
I'm grateful for my mother. So my mom, she struggled through so much in her life, but she's really inspired me to just, live my dreams and not sit on my behind for someone else to hold my hand. She's entrusted me. She's given me freedom. She's really taught me about nutrition. I was really happy for her to debunk a lot of the health and nutrition myths that were out there because she has 2 Masters of Science degrees.
Wow.
She was a registered dietitian. She comes from a very evidence-based background, which I was very thankful for her to help me, debunk a lot of the myths. She loves posting some of her recipes as well in our online community as well too. And I'm just so grateful for her that she's given me the wings to fly and always encourages me. And I can just be real with her and talk to her and talk about my struggles and difficulties. She lives in Canada right now. I live in Northern Ireland. So I still try to Skype and FaceTime with her. So we do stay in touch. So she's definitely one of the biggest inspirational figures in my life. And she helps a lot of high school students doing like healthy eating competitions, like a master chef competition. So like I'm always impressed by the things that she's doing. And she really inspires me every day. And I just want to, make her proud when I finish my 3-year doctorate of law program and I continue to build my business and invest into more businesses as well too. Because Blender Bros is just a starting point for me. Like I see myself growing and, investing into more and more health and wellness businesses, acquiring more businesses and, just tying everything together.
That's amazing. And yeah, no, I definitely agree. Like I can see where Blender Bros is going in the future. Without a doubt, it's going to be really successful. And yeah, no, it's interesting that you say that your mum has been your driving force. I find that a lot of people who've transformed their health around, it's their mum. There's always been their driving force, and they're always believed in them no matter what.
Agreed. I think for me it was my mom, and she's just just seeing what the potential is out there in the world, and I would be disappointing myself and my family if I wasn't going out there and taking action and really grabbing what I want. Like my motto is to soak up every second of my life. God has given us an opportunity to live here And to be, thankful and soak up every opportunity that comes your way is very important.
Bless you. Well, unfortunately, it is the end of the show, Rohin, but thank you so much for being on the show and just being yourself and being honest about, how you change your life around and sharing your tips, because you're a role model in health and fitness.
I am, and I'm proud to be one. And it just happened, and I'm proud, and I'm glad that I was on the show. Very thankful to the UK Health Radio for reaching out, and I look forward to doing more shows with you guys.
Bless you. Well, we'll definitely have you on the show very soon. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's amazing. I love seeing your posts on Instagram, and actually tried a few of your smoothies as well. They're really nice.
That's awesome.
Well, bless you. You take care, and I'll speak to you soon. What a great interview with Rohin Bansal. Absolutely loved the work that he's doing. I even actually have tried some of his smoothie recipes and they're just great. Just guys, do check it out. Unfortunately, it is the end of the show. Just before I head off, you can find me on Twitter at IamGurds. That's IAMGURDS. You can find me on Facebook at Get Inspired with Gerds, where I'll be bringing you lots of inspirational and motivational tips and advice about life. And also, you can check out my book on Amazon called Educo, which is 52 quotes for leading a better life. Just before I head off, I want to leave you with this quote. Take care of your body. It's the only place you will have to live. Take care, guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Join us each week to be inspired, informed, and uplifted with some of the most inspirational and motivational guests from around the world. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay inspired.